Hello and welcome back to Reason News. Today we're diving into the heart of Zimbabwe, where a planned national protest intended to pressure President Emmerson Mnangagwa to resign has resulted in a nationwide shutdown. But instead of bustling crowds filling the streets, a different kind of protest has emerged. A silent, powerful stay away. Citizens faced with a heavy security presence have chosen to remain in their homes, effectively bringing the nation to a standstill. We'll explore the factors behind this decision, the government's response, and what this means for the future of Zimbabwe. The call for this national protest came from various civil society organizations and opposition groups, citing economic hardship, corruption, and a lack of political freedom. They aimed to replicate the mass demonstrations that have historically been a tool for change in Zimbabwe. However, the government's response was swift and decisive. In the days leading up to the scheduled protest, a visible and significant security presence was deployed across major cities. Armored vehicles, police in riot gear, and roadblocks became a common sight, creating an atmosphere of tension and fear. This display of force had a chilling effect, deterring many from taking to the streets. It is important to remember Zimbabwe's history of political tension and the use of force, and how this has impacted the way citizens express dissent. Here's a video from Reuters.
Police deployed heavily in Zimbabwe's capital and other cities on Monday, and that's largely neutralized a call by the country's independence war veterans for mass protests. The veterans previously supported President Emmerson Mnangagwa, who came to power after his long-term mentor, Robert Mugabe, was ousted in a 2017 coup, but have since turned against him. They accused the man nicknamed the Crocodile of seeking to cling to power. Zimbabwe's ruling ZANU-PF party said in January that it wanted to extend Mnangagwa's final term in office by 2 years until 2030. Anticipating possible unrest, businesses have barricaded their premises and car dealerships cleared their showrooms in recent days. Most businesses, schools and vendors across the capital Harare and second city Bulawayo stayed closed on Monday as police patrolled the streets. A police statement said the situation in the country was peaceful and encouraged people to continue with their daily activities. Nevertheless, police threw tear gas to dispel a small group of protesters on the western outskirts of the capital. They had been chanting, "We reject 2030." The veterans remain influential within ZANU-PF. They appear to be filling a void left by opposition parties, weakened by internal divisions and a war of attrition with the ruling party. Mnangagwa has repeatedly denied intending to prolong his presidency, but the veterans accuse him of pursuing the plan via proxies.
Faced with this overwhelming security presence, many Zimbabweans opted for a different form of protest, a stay away. This involved staying at home, closing businesses, and avoiding public spaces. The silent act of defiance effectively shut down the country without putting citizens directly in harm's way. The stay away is a powerful statement demonstrating the widespread discontent and the fear that grips the nation. Citizens used social media to coordinate and express their solidarity, sharing images of empty streets and messages of support. They spoke of the fear of arbitrary arrests and violence, a fear deeply rooted in the nation's past experiences. The act of staying away is a clear message of rejection to the current administration. The government, meanwhile, has maintained that the security measures were necessary to maintain law and order and prevent violence. They have dismissed the protest as politically motivated and have downplayed the impact of the stay away. International human rights organizations, however, have expressed concern over the heavy-handed response and the restrictions on freedom of assembly. The economic impact of the shutdown is significant. Businesses have already lost a day of revenue, and the already struggling economy faces further disruption. The long-term implications of this stay away are uncertain. Will it lead to further protests, or will it simply deepen the sense of resignation? The situation highlights the deep-seated frustration of many Zimbabweans who are struggling with rising prices, unemployment, and a lack of basic services. The future of Zimbabwe hangs in the balance, and the coming weeks will be crucial in determining the direction the nation takes. The Zimbabwean national protest has taken an unexpected turn, with citizens choosing a stay away as their form of resistance. The heavy security presence has effectively silenced the streets, but the silence speaks volumes. This is a story that is still developing, and Reason News will continue to provide you with updates as events unfold. Thank you for watching. Until next time, stay informed, stay updated, and stay curious.